Hello everybody and welcome back to the Dyson Sphere Program, Rise of the Dark Fog. So last episode we've just laid down some of our defensive capabilities. We're also going to use this offensively. And the immediate next goal, I'm going to pause this for just a second, is to get to a point where we can eradicate the dark fog from this planet. And I do have a few upgrades still queued. But I need to get a couple more. So let's see, I need geothermal extraction. For geothermal extraction, this is required, but we also need supermagnetic capacitors, supermagnetic rings. And this is gonna be fairly expensive, like it's 1000 plus another. Oh wow. Yeah. Just a lot. All queues full, so we can go back, and we do have a bit of time on our hands right now to take a look at the base and do a few improvements. I do not want to start using more power, as this is already quite on the edge. So what I'm actually gonna do instead is make a change to to our boss. So you're gonna be dealing with these ones, and do I need a few logistic bots, ideally more than 10. So, okay, we can produce a lot of them. I just queued up 60, I have a few more already in queue. I am going to get rid of a decent chunk of what I already have in my inventory. Okay, that's good. And I will need to see how the delivery of these things is gonna work now. This was one of the recipes where that was a bit more complex than I would have liked. So let me see. So this can be distribute, and it can be in either request or provide mode. It cannot be in a mixed mode like this one. So this is gonna be a provider. We have 10 drones there, and we need a requester. I thought a bit about this in between episodes, and the way I want to do the requesting bit is going to be over here. That will cause a bit of conflict with this one, because this is again going to... Yeah, okay, that one has the correct stacks. This one is using engines. I will need to create a few more of these. Hope I have the resources. Oh, I can create plenty of those. And I will get one in just a second. So let's get this one to deliver engines. Now I will do a quick change here. Well, actually, these two lanes are gonna go kind of regardless. But I will have this one over there, and this one will just go something like this. And I have only the splitter there. Let's finish the build. I want that one, and I need to... I'm gonna put that one over here. So this is going to act as a requester, and you're gonna be requesting engines, electric motors. No, this is producing electric motors. So first of all, I want to limit this one to these things. Then gas filter. And now we just have to do the feed. Okay, I need to look at this one. This is 1 per 2 seconds, so one of these should be just fine. This is the output. It's correctly throttled. We can decommission these ones. And let's see. I do have 2 more that needed to be updated. I believe it's not this one. That definitely that one, but also this one. Yes, this one. Might have misaligned that slightly. Shouldn't be that big of a problem though. I completely remove that. Come all the way over here, and then I still do that. I can still do this, and I'll just use regular inserters there, and this should have everything it needs. And this is now working again. Yes, it is. Let's take a quick break and get this one going. Just use a fresh one over here. So this is a supplier. So let's fill it with logistic pods. Let's enable distribution. This has distribution enabled. This already inferred engines, which is really great. Let's keep some of the engines on us. And the next thing that I want to get is actually, there's one more thing I need to replace. Well, I'll do this differently because I will need to replace everything eventually, so... Okay, that's good. This one, let's fill it up with bots and make sure we enable distribution. Here, this is just silicon. Let's make sure we have the correct filter. What's this? This is that one. Let's guess. This is a distributor. Nice, that is a very good research. That will make our ore veins last substantially longer. Now, this one no longer exists. Both of these no longer exist, actually. And this is where I think this build really shines. So we can very easily connect this, but we can also have let's see, how many spaces do I need? I do not want to go over that one, so I think that this is the maximum I can go. Can this go all the way down? No. But this can. I will actually do it like this. I could look at getting this a bit more inward. Do I have any of these? I do not have any of those. I do not have any defenses. They're using 22 units. Why? Oh, the attack marker was very far up. That's why I couldn't see it. This is fairly doable just on my own. I think I forgot to replace this belt. This is still the original format. That's not elevated. Whoopsie. So I'm actually gonna take this all the way back here. I would be very curious to know if there's a way to okay, that's a problem now. Yeah, I should have looked at this design maybe a bit more, because I do need to go a bit towards the outside as The inner belt needs time to actually bend around. So I will use this alignment in the end. And it would be really nice if there would be some way of doing this without having to delete first. What's happening here? Just need to go like this and like this. Okay, I guess this works. And the trick here is to filter. And I want to filter on, what is this? That would be that, and so we can definitely do this with 2 items. This chest, I will set it to 2 of them. I will clear all the filters and filter on this and filter on this one. I have just realized the problem with my brilliant plan. It was apparently not so brilliant as I thought it would be. So you're gonna have just one and filter on that. And you're gonna filter on this. So this is gonna be a request. This is gonna be a request. I need to clear this up. Yes. Okay, I need to change the filter order. Not clicking the conveyor belt. Perfect. And once again, this is gonna look like this. This is gonna have a hat on top. Let's see, I don't want to hold too many processors on me because I do want everything to eventually stop working. I want this to backfill, hopefully. The word here is hopefully. And I have just cleared up quite a few lanes of resources. This whole area here. So this is gonna make the main boss way easier to manage. I do need to fix this lane. This one connects over here. This one looks correct, but at the same time, this is no longer a used boss. And for the sake of simplicity, I will move this one over here. One over here, and this one is gonna be over here. We need to import the magnetic coils. I'll just try to copy over one of the magnetic coil setups. This is a requester. So providers, I want to make sure that the providers have bots. I don't care that much about requesters, so don't put bots in there, don't put bots in there, at least for now. They are quite expensive to make. This one has 10 out of 10, I think. Why? Why are you enabled? This one needs to have bots, this one needs to have bots. And I'll keep the remaining bots on me. Let's go on and repair that wind turbine. It's been bothering me for a while now. And we are producing at full speed. I'm able to output everything, but I will upgrade these inserters for apparent good reason. So I'm building just a bit over what I'm consuming, so that's good. That's actually very good. Now, one thing that just solved is I now have access to another recipe, and before I actually go and do that recipe, I want to add proliferation here. I'm gonna struggle with this word for the entirety of this playthrough, so please bear with me. So I will build it like this, and maybe a bit further up. Let's see. So the way I'm gonna get that out is like this, because that's gonna connect quite well, and it needs to be aligned over here. Keep those two aligned, and let's see. I want to have a hat, I want to have a chest. First of all, I'm running out of chests. It's perfect. You are going to have just one slot open, and this is gonna filter on proliferators. This is going to get everything through here. I'm gonna do conversion to silicon, and then again proliferate and conversion to crystals. But in order to get that happening, I need to add another hat over here, and this is gonna be a provider of proliferation thingies. Tab works here as well. That is very good to know. So you just filter and you're gonna be requesting. 18 units are gonna be delivered, and I will actually use this type of method to transfer the liquid all over the base. It makes things so much easier. Okay, that research is done. That's great. So let's see, we have this one here. This one is going to make me high purity silicon, and there's gonna be a next one. This goes over here. All of this is proliferated, yes. And where is close? Okay, so I will still use this box, but slightly differently. I want to get all this silicon done before I do anything else with it. And final bit is this one. Just gonna output straight into another box. And you're gonna be doing this. I need more Tesla towers. Yeah, I need more Tesla towers. Now, I want extra products from everything. And it's quite okay that these consume extra electricity because it's not that much, it's just 2 factories. But this resource is so rare that it's definitely worth having it produced like this. And I will just get things in and out like that. Great, that's quite a few of these already. Well, we still have very high supply of silicon. I will actually get this supply of silicon delivered here as well. I have a storage box over here. Yes, I do. So let's get a few of these, and now we can get a lot of those and a lot of, maybe not a lot, but some of those. So this should be quite a huge boost for the production of, what are these called? Microcrystalline components. And before I do anything else, let's set a few more filters. That's there. We'll keep the bots very close to these ones. So let's organize them. Don't necessarily want extra missile turrets, or I don't want them right now. This is still filling up, that's good. It's able to grab a few more of those. We need quite a few signal towers. Now the signal tower uses 1.3 megawatts idle power, so we're gonna use this scarcely. I will plot them down wherever we have an attack coming. I will remove those ones from there, and oh, this has the wrong filter. I was wondering why there's no icon in here. So we're still working through a few technologies. The goal is to be able to build the geothermal plant. So let's take a quick look at geothermal plants, which is the last bit that I'm gonna need in order to launch the assault. So geothermal plants require a lot of research, but we require two things that are new. I will need to go over here to figure out what their names are. Supermagnetic rings. And this actually requires something that we don't have on the boss yet, which is the electromagnetic turbine. And with electromagnetic turbines, rings, and something that yet again we don't have on the boss, we're going to be able to make these ones. That is partially the reason why I wanted to clear out the boss a bit, because it was getting quite wide and frankly a bit unmanageable. But we also need this. These are called photon combiners. Sure, I'll go with that. And we actually have everything on the boss for these ones. So let's make a quick build for photon combiners. And then we can look at other things that might be of interest. But first of all, this needs to be raised a bit. Right. So now I will need the setup that I've used in the previous place. And I do believe that there's one lane free in between, so it's not there, it's gonna be here. So I'll need to have two of these. Connect them with belts. Go to the top level. Why can't you build a belt from here? Oh, come on. This is getting really ridiculous. This one is gonna be the outer. Go all the way there. This one, sorry, that's gonna be the inner. This is gonna be the outer. And let's see. Let's get lack of item. Let's get 2 boxes. This should be enough for this build. I do want to copy. Did I just screw up? Yeah, I screwed up the... Oh. Okay, no. I don't want to paste settings. I want to copy settings. copy is this one. Should have just done it by hand. That looks good. That looks properly aligned. So I want to build these ones. So I need electronic boards, not engines. That was a different recipe. Circuit boards. Circuit boards. I will remember the names eventually. And prisms. And if we get 2 of these, I'm almost out of these as well. This should automatically start to get things. Oh! Yes. So just realized that one of the ingredients was already on the bus. And now, what's the requirement throughput for this? 2 and 1. 2 per 3 seconds, so let's downgrade. There's no reason to keep the big inserter there. No. This one I will use the same filter pattern. Clear, yes, and you're a provider. Great, that takes care of one of the researches. We're already halfway through this one. This is actually going extremely fast. Hopefully not too fast. Hopefully I have time to keep up. Cool. So the next thing that I want to build here and that we've just unlocked is this one. But for this one, supermagnetic rings, we need electromagnetic turbines. And this one is the one that I was building for when I started over here. So let's go again. 2 of these. Let's get to chests in. I won't bother with copy pasting settings. I have only 1 of these, so I need to queue up a few more. Out of all things, I'm out of iron. As some would say, oh, the irony. Now, there is a point to be made if the whole boss thing even has a purpose. Couldn't we just drone deliver everything over here? And this is free energy, this actually consumes energy. And it is... it's not a lot. I've checked this before. Idle power is 18 kilowatts. Not huge. When it's max charging, it's gonna drain a lot of power. But this is gonna add up, and I do want the bulk of the resources, which hopefully are these ones, to not drain my entire power. So let's set filters. This one is gonna be electric motors. This one is going to be magnetic coils. So you get magnetic coils in, you get those other things. I'm gonna queue up a few more bots in the meantime. These are the two spaces that I need. And I do need to somehow click on this one and filter on magnetic coils. This is probably, well, this one and the next one are gonna be the last builds that I'm gonna do in this episode, where I already passed the 40-minute marker and I don't want to go too much over time as I have constantly went. What? How are you colliding with object? Did I place... something wrong? I'm a bit confused right now. Did I cross any... I am gonna cross a meridian line or tropics, or I don't know. I am gonna cross one of the major horizontal lines here, so the grid pattern is going to change. But I'm guessing that it has already shrunk up to this point, and it has shrunk enough that I can no longer place the thing in the correct place. Anyway, this is working. Let's set it to distributor. Let's set it to auto refill. You're gonna change the filter to this one, and now you should be able to correctly guess. And the interesting part now. So this one actually requires three things. One is going to come from the boss. The other two are gonna come from... Oh, actually no. Two are coming from the boss. Okay, that makes it a fairly easy build though, but we are missing something on the boss, and I am gonna take care of that in the next episode, not this episode. I still want to get this one going. It might actually be a fairly smooth transition. So this is gonna request these ones, and you're gonna be guessing the filter. Just a bit more foundation here. And let's see, I haven't used this one in forever. So much wasted belt. This one needs to be over here. Keep level, and can I get it like this? No, I need to bring it one space behind. So let's try to keep some semblance of alignment if I can. And you're gonna build me these things. There's gonna be another input line. Sorry, no. This needs to be output. This needs to be output because have it there, so it will have to be there. Yeah, because getting the outer belt over here would look a bit messy. Not impossible, but just a bit messy. And there's already a lot of mess in this factory. Do you have bots? No, you do not need bots. Sorry. You do not need bots because you're not a provider, you're a provider. You're a provider and there's no filter here. Let's use the usual filter. We have the fuel rods, so we can finally recreate the fuel that was given to us at the very beginning of the game. This one should be able to guess now. We can provide that as soon as we get this input. How much do you need? I think it was just one, but I want to double check. Yeah, it's 3 to 1. Those get upgraded from the get-go. Awesome. So in the next episode I'm gonna look at driving just a huge belt of that extra resource that we're missing. And preemptively I will put down a tower here with a bab. How am I doing on power? I'm good because not all of my base is working. But yeah, in the next episode, I will look at finishing this build. Once this is finished, I can finally build the geothermal reactor, geothermal power station, which is gonna give us a nice 5 megawatts extra power at the cost of nothing. But that's all gonna be in the next episode, where we're probably gonna finally launch the attack on the dark fog base that we have on this planet. But until then, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you here next time.